King. Hello. Hi, yogis. Good morning. Okay. Not sure online yet, but I'm just gonna set up. So, I don't know if you can see me. Should I close those curtains? I'm not sure if it's gonna be chat open. Morning, whoever's joined me. I've left the chat open. Say hi if you. Let me know if the curtains, the light's too much behind. I can close the curtains. I'm just wondering if you'll be able to see me. So yeah, let me just move this camera slightly so you can see my face. Hopefully. Hello. Maybe I'll just move this back a little bit. Okay, so this morning, if you're joining, and we're going to be working into the hips and the legs. So if you have, which I appreciate, not everybody will have a strap. You can use like a dressing gown, or a normal belt, or a tie, or I don't know what else. What else might you have handy in your house? A towel. So go grab one of those because we'll just be using those just for the first sort of 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes just for warming up. A block. Again, I appreciate not everybody will have a block. So if you've got a cushion or a textbook or I don't know, something that's quite sturdy, quite, like a thickness, then you can use that as well. So for whoever else joined as well, say hi if you want. Good morning, it's Sunday. Feeling a bit more chipper than I was the other day. Oh, another one just joined. I've left the chat open as well, so yeah, say hi. I don't know because I can't who you are, so if you want to say hi, say hi. If you don't, then that's fair enough. I was just saying, just get yourself a block or a cushion and also a strap. But if you've not got a strap, then a dressing gown, belt, or something will also do. I'm just going to pour myself a coffee. It's Sunday morning and I feel like I need a coffee. Big start. So in 6 minutes, we are going to start lying down. So you can either get yourself set up now and just listen to me having a little random chat to you. I hope everyone's doing okay, and I hope everybody is coping this week, the whole COVID situation, which is keeping us all on our toes and in our homes. And I hope you manage to get out if you know, at least once or twice, if you are meant to get out. It's you need to do that. You need to be able to, get some air and get some vitamin D, get some exercise, stay active. Don't just hold up. If you are still working as well, like me, then you'll know that it's, it can be quite tough, especially if you're working from home, which is what I'm doing. And so I just don't feel like I have a break really from anything. Get up, go to work, finish work, and I'm at home. Yay! But for everyone who is still having to go out to work, then stay, you're doing a great job, and it'll all be over soon. It's not going to last forever. It can't. We can't go on like this forever. So it's only temporary. If you are at home and you're struggling for thing to do, if you want some new music or whatever, and shameless plug here, and I'll shame it at the end as well. My brother, who might be online now, he might not be online, I'm not sure. Sometimes he likes to join in, sometimes he doesn't. The Irony, the IRNI, is also on Facebook. So if you want to go on there, listen to some of his music, he's really good. He's he's really good. He's got a soulful voice. He's playing instruments, does all his own mixing, writes all his own lyrics. So if you're looking new, then go and find the Irony. IRNI. on Facebook or not YouTube, Facebook, SoundCloud. Yeah. Okay, what time is it? All right, so we've got about 4 minutes. Like I said, we are going to start lying down today. So you can get yourself to have a chat with me on the chain. If if you do want to say hi to people that are joining in, just to see who you are, basically, so I don't feel like I'm to no one. So yeah, right, okay. Yeah, we're going to be working into the hips today. Like I always say, just be mindful with how you're moving, be mindful you're going in the practice. If something doesn't feel right, then don't push yourself to go there, because obviously your body is going to be telling you that I can't do this, I can't go there, and if it's hurting, or it doesn't, you feel like you're overextending yourself, then it just where it's more comfortable. Do the alternative variations rather than to the floor. You have to yourself comfortable and keep yourself, rather than pushing yourself too far. Eventually come, if you do want to get to touching your toes or getting your leg up high, whatever, it will come. You just have to be patient, trust the process, and let it go, and practice yoga a fair few times, and it will come. It will come. I might actually just close these curtains a little bit more, just because the light to get in slightly, and then I'm just going to put a different light on. That's better, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe, who knows? Okay, I hope everybody put their clocks forward as well. 29 minutes past 9, not 29 minutes past 8. So, just another little sip of coffee before we get going. Feel free to put your own music on. When I first started doing these videos, I had real issues with music, mainly because I was trying to put my own soundtrack on. It wasn't working very well, so yeah, feel free to put your own music on. I'm not going to be able to hear it, so I don't mind. Open a window if you want to open a window. Make sure your heating's turned off. You might get a little bit warm this morning. If you like that and you like to sweat it out, then fair enough. Keep it all closed. All right, so you're just going to settle onto our backs, onto the mat, bringing your legs out and just relaxing down, bringing your feet out to the side, rolling your shoulder blades down, with closing your eyes, and just letting yourself melt into your mat or your towel, whatever you're practicing on today is your safe space. Palms facing the ceiling. And just feel connection between your heels, calves, thighs, your bottom, your lower back, your shoulders and head. Feel that connection they have here, and just breathe. Take an inhale through the nose and let it go through the mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose and let it go through the mouth. And then back to a normal rhythm of breathing. And then try and bring your awareness to the space in between your eyes, your third eye center. If it's difficult to focus or to struggle breathing, regulating your breath, you can come back to this black space. As you inhale, you rise and fill with air. As you exhale, your navel back towards your spine, releasing the air from your belly. Inhale, belly rises. Navel draws back towards the spine. Inhale, belly fills up with air. As you exhale, let it go. Inhale through the nose, filling your abdomen with prana, air, life force. Release through the nose, navel back towards the spine. One more time, inhale through the belly. Exhale, let it go. When you next inhale, send the breath up through the abdomen into the rib cage, so the rib cage starts to expand, up in the chest, and then release through the chest, the rib cage, and the abdomen. Inhale, rises, chest and rib cage expand with air. As you exhale, chest falls, drops, navel draws back towards the spine. Inhale, send the breath of the abdomen expanding into the rib cage, into the chest, or to the shoulders and the throat this time. And then exhale through the nose, releasing the air from the throat, the shoulders, rib cage and the belly. Keep breathing in this full 3-part yoga, filling the body up with that vital source of energy that's going to allow you to continue with your practice today. Inhale, belly rises, rib cage expands, chest rises, shoulders fill up with air as you release all the way back down, and the navel draws back towards the spine. 4 times in your own breath. When you finished your second round of full yogic breath, just come back to your regular rhythm of breathing. Maybe you flicker open your eyes, start to make some gentle movements. It's quite dark, in your fingers and your toes, in your wrists and your ankles, circulating, still lying down. And then we're just going to move into our first opening and lengthening of the class. So like I said before, we're covering hips today. So if you have that strap or that dressing gown belt or whatever, then you can go and get that. Still lying on the floor. You're going to bring the belt or the tie around the ball of the right foot, grabbing hold of the strap in our right hand, still lying down, and then we're just going to guide the right leg up. The sole of the foot is pushing up towards the ceiling, so flex your foot, toes down towards your face, and your heel is pushing towards the ceiling. And And just a soft grip here, keeping the leg straight. You can keep a bend in the knee if your hamstrings are tight. I think you need to lengthen this out. It's going to take time if you have tight hamstring in order to straighten that leg out completely. If you want to go a little bit deeper, maybe bring the toes close to your face, shoulders into the mat. Keep breathing. And then we're just going to gently take the right leg out to the right hand side. And feeling the opening across the front right hip flexor. Doing well. Inhale all the way back to center. Release the strap from your right leg. And then just bring it onto your foot. So under the ball of your left foot. And then the strap into your left hand. Right leg goes long. Guide your left leg up, pushing your foot into the ceiling, heel comes up to the ceiling, toes come towards your face, and just feel the lengthening down the back of this leg. Again, a soft bend in the knee is fine if you have hamstrings. Keep breathing here, keeping your press into the mat. And then go a little further. You can guide your left leg out to the side, keeping your hips on the floor, and again, feeling that open in the left hip flexor. Inhale, bring your leg all the way back to the top, release the strap, bring it down to the floor, hug your right leg into your chest, give it a big hug. Release, hug your left leg in. Again, give it a big hug. Release, and then bring both legs into your chest. And you can rock from side to side here. And we're just going to start rock and rolling up and down the mat. So crossing your right ankle over your left. Just come behind your thighs. And just use the momentum in your core to bring you up to seated. Now, this is where that block might come in handy. So, we're going to come into seated position on the block. I'm going to try and move these, so I'm a bit mindful that you might not be able to see me quite well enough. Okay. So come to a seated position on your block. Run through some side body openers. Okay. So coming to cross-legged, so that your knees are lower than your hips. Bring your left hand to the mat. Inhale, raise your right hand above your head. Bring your hand over the top of your head. Your gaze might be up towards your fingers. Feeling the lengthening and the opening. Down. Exhale, drop the right hand. Inhale, lift your hand. Comes all the way over your head. Your gaze might be up to your left fingers. Peeling that left shoulder away from you. As you inhale, lift the hand. Exhale, release. Lift both hands high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, bring them down to the side. Inhale, lift your hands, gaze might follow. Exhale, hands to heart center. Placing your hands on your knees. We'll run seated cat-cows now. So when you inhale, roll your shoulders away from your ears. Shine your chest forward. Gaze comes up towards your lampshade, maybe. Exhale, rounding your back, rolling your shoulders forward, and your gaze comes down towards your feet. Inhale, shine through into your seated cow. Exhale, roll your shoulders round, bringing your navel in towards your spine. Inhale into your seated cow. Exhale into your seated. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Remove your block, place it to one side, and then come into your position. Making sure your wrists are stacked under your shoulders. You're spreading your fingers as wide as you can. Your knees are underneath your hips and the tops of your feet are flat onto the floor. Run through some tabletop cat-cows now. So inhale, roll shoulders away from the ears. Our tailbone comes up towards the ceiling, gaze comes upwards. Exhale, rounding the back, navel draws up towards the spine. You look towards your heels, to your angry cat back. Push the mat away from you. Inhale into your cat. Exhale into your cat. Really mobile into the spine now. So we're creating some space for when we bring our legs forward and through next time. Exhale, cat. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, tailbone towards the ceiling. Exhale, cat. Inhale, come all the way up to tabletop. And then we're just going to go through some basic movements so that we are warming up for what we're going to do later on. Okay, so keeping those hands firmly pressed into the mat, we're going to go and push the right leg back, flexing your right foot, bringing your knee to your nose, rounding through your back, creating the space so your knee forward. Inhale, pushing back, lengthening that right leg. Exhale, bringing your knee to your nose. Inhale, push back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up your knee. Second side. Inhale, lengthen your leg, push your left heel towards the back of the room. As you exhale, bring your left knee towards. Round that back, push the mat away. Inhale, lengthen your leg. Exhale, round your back, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen the left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, drop the knee. Okay, we'll come to child's pose now. So knees go wide, big toes to touch, sinking the hips back down onto the heels, bringing the hands forward, and just coming into your child's pose. Your forehead can rest on the floor or a cushion or a block or a towel if you want. And just take a few breaths here. Closing the eyes maybe. And just breathe. Take some time to collect your thoughts. If you have an intention for your class and you want a section now, you can do. This can be any positive words of affirmation that you want to send to yourself. Maybe Sunday love, some Sunday energy. You maybe send your positive affirmations out to all those people that are still in, all those people doing a good job. Or you just need that energy for yourself today. Take 2 more breaths, child's pose. And then slowly begin to walk your hands back towards your tabletop position. I'm going to move into our first downward facing practice. So again, fingers are spread wide and planted down the mat. You're grounding through your index finger and your thumb. Your shoulders are over your wrists. You're going to tuck your toes. Inhale, hover your knees. Exhale, release them. Inhale, hover your knees. Exhale, push your tailbone up towards the ceiling, your chest towards your thighs, and releasing your heels down to the floor. Now, have tight hamstrings. You can keep a soft bend in your knee, making sure that your ear is in line with your biceps and your gaze is towards your feet. Really drawing the bottom rib cage in so that you can lengthen your tailbone even to the ceiling. Imagine as somebody having a piece of string on your bum and that tailbone up high. Your weight is evenly distributed between your fingers and your feet. If this is your first down day or the week, for some it may be, you can just pedal down dog, lifting your heels, maybe moving your hips side to side, really trying to work out the strings. And then just come to a place of stillness, down dog. Take a breath. Inhale, lift your heels. As you exhale, bend your and jump step or walk to the front of your mat. Landing in your forward fold, soft bend in your knees. Your inhale to your half lift, flat back, crown of the head reaches forward. Hands can shins or the floor. Exhale, fold, soft bend in the knees, heavy. Grabbing both elbows and then ragdolling it out, making yourself out, giving your head a shake, left and right, up and down. Any movement you want to make here. Bring your hands to the floor once more. Inhaling to your half lift back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up, standing with a straight spine. Hands come above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, so we'll set up for our first Surya Namaskar 8 of the day. Again, I know this light isn't very good about that, but you know, there's nothing I can do about it now. Okay, so we come to our Tadasana, our mountain pose at the top of our mat. Your big toes to touch, slither of air in between our heels. Just engage the legs, really ground through the feet. Feel the energy rising up through the legs, into the side. Roll your shoulders away from your ears, palms facing outwards, down of your head, reaching towards the ceiling. Take an in breath and release. Inhale, raise your hands, gaze might follow. Exhale, hinging from the hips as you fall to your knees over your thighs. Soft bending the knees into your Uttanasana, your forward head hangs heavy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant to your hands and step back into your high plank. Your bum is about shoulder, heels are pressing towards the back of the room. Shoulders are over the wrists. In. Exhale, lower your knees, untuck your toes and bring your chest down onto the floor, keeping your elbows in your rib cage. As you inhale to your Bhujangasana low cobra, bottom ribs stay on the mat, shoulders are down away from the ears. Exhale. Inhale, low cobra, Bhujangasana. Bend your knees, tuck your toes, and then send your tailbone high for your downward facing dog. Again, pull that tailbone up towards the ceiling. Bring the head in between your steps. Draw your heels down towards the floor. Please keep your bending knees if your hamstrings are tight. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your knees, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and step, jump or walk to the top of the mat in your Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, touch the shin thighs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up, standing hands come above your head. Exhale, cactus your arms and move into a gentle back bend, shining the heart forward. Inhale, raise. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, raise the arm. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, we'll go for a second round. I'm going to have another drink of my coffee, don't mind me. Okay. Big toes to touch, slither of air in between your heels, down through your feet. Engage your legs, palms facing forward. Inhale, raise your hands high. As you exhale, fold, hinge your, coming down once more, surrendering down into your Uttanasana. Hands come to the right hands. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your high plank. Take a breath here. And then inhale. Exhale, untuck your toes and come down all the way down into your chest, into your rib cage, feet planted, tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, Bhujangasana, low cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes, and send your tailbone high into your facing dog. Now, once you're in your downward facing dog, making sure you're in this position, or you can come to your knees if you feel like you need to. If you can't, a downward facing dog for a few more breaths than 5 or 6. Feel free, because you can still do this next bit when you're in tabletop. So in your down dog, take a moment. Into your right leg high. Now you're keeping your hips square and flexing your right leg, foot. And as you inhale, I want you to bring your right knee to the elbow, twisting. And then inhale, push your right foot back up to the ceiling. Exhale, rounding your back, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, drop your right foot to the floor. Side. Inhale, lift your left leg high, keeping your hips square for the left foot. Exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Inhale, left leg, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, drop your left into your down dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift your knees. Exhale, walk, step or jump to the top of your mat. Landing once more in your Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straight spine, all standing. Exhale, hands to heart, Samasthiti. Heave. Okay, so just ignore my hair. I washed it last night and it's soft and won't do anything and won't stay where I want it to stay. So take a drink if you need to. We're now going to move into our C's. But we're going to add something a little bit different onto the second round. Move into a flow. Because I've got some bits that I want to add in. People have requested. So I hope those people are watching. So, okay, come to standing at the top of your mat in your mountain pose. And just relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Inhale, raise your hands above your head, your gaze might follow. Exhale, fold at the hips, bending, hinging, coming all the way down to Uttanasana. Chest to thighs, head hangs heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back with your right leg. Plant your right foot on the floor. Hit the floor if you're not comfortable in high lunge and just come to low lunge. But if you keep your right leg lifted, then you can. Knee, ankle. As you scissor your thighs together and inhale into your high lunge. Remember, knee over ankle, keeping that knee in towards the midline. Back leg can be straight or bent. Hips are facing forward. Inhale, rise. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring the hands back to the floor. Step back in high plank. Now you can either go through Chaturanga here and Vinyasa of your choice if you like, or you can follow me and take an inhale. Exhale, lower your knees or toes and come down onto your chest. Inhale to your Bhujangasana dog. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes into your downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, lift your right leg high, keeping those hips square. As you exhale, your back, bringing your shoulders over your wrists and bring your right leg forward in between your hands. Doesn't matter if it takes a couple of times to shuffle that leg through. You want your knee over your ankle once more. And then what we do is drop the back foot. Inhale and come over into our warrior 2. Okay, Virabhadrasana 2. So your setup alignment. Your heel should be in line with the arch of your left foot. Your right knee tracking over your ankle. Your torso is straight. Your arms are at shoulder height. Your gaze is down your right middle. If you want to take it deeper, you can widen your stance. Eventually, this leg will come parallel with the mat. Your shoulders away from your ears. Keep breathing. Inhale, raise high. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, straighten out your leg, raise your hands, gaze might follow. Exhale, 2. Inhale, raise your hands. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, reach forward. Bring your right arm onto your right thigh and your left hand comes high into your extended. gaze might be up at those left fingers. Peel your left shoulder away from your ear. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to come all the way back up to standing. Exhale to reverse your warrior. Right hand comes above your head. Left arm comes down. Peel your right shoulder away from your ear and gaze might be up at your fingers. Keep a bend in that front knee. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Exhale, hands to hips. Straighten out your front leg. And then heel toe. Setting up for your triangle, your Trikonasana. Inhale, arms come to shoulder height. Get your right to middle finger. That's your drishti, your focus point. As we exhale, reach forward. Push the left hip towards the back of the room. Can't reach anymore. Exhale, lower down. Bringing your floor or your shin or your thigh, wherever it will go, keeping both legs into your Trikonasana, your triangle. Your gaze is up towards your fingers. Again, peeling your left shoulder away from your ears and draw your hip forwards. Breathe. Inhale, coming all the way back up to standing. Hands to the hips. Pivot your right foot forward so that both of you are facing towards me. And then just stand slightly. And you can bring your toes into pigeon toe slightly, a little bit. Hands on your hips, setting up for a forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. Tailbone is down towards the floor. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen once. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding over, coming down in ready forward fold. Now, you can bring your hands to the floor if they reach, or you can use a block or a cushion, or you can keep folding. The soft bend in the baby to guide you down. Chest is coming towards the thighs, forehead down towards the mat. Keep breathing. Inhaling to lengthen and create space as you exhale into that space and fold a little deeper. Stay here. If you are here, that is perfectly fine. Just stay on your block or with your fingertips on the floor. Take a couple of breaths. As you inhale, bring your hands to your hips, soft bend the knees. Come all the way back up to standing. Exhale. Now, if she's watching, has asked for Goddess. So we will go into Goddess. Again, working into those hips to prepare for what we're going to do later. So bringing your heels out to the sides. So your knees are going to be pointing. Bring your hands to your heart center. And then we're just going to squat down into our Goddess, our horse. Inhale, showing our legs into Goddess. Exhale, come down. Keeping your back straight as your hands come up high. Exhale, squat down. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, squat down. Breathe. Inhale, lift your right heel. Inhale, lift your left heel. Exhale. In both heels. See how long you can stay here for. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come all the way up standing. Exhale, bring your hands to your pivot on your left foot. Coming back into your high lunge, bending your knee. Inhale, raise your hands, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. And then step to the top, landing in your forward fold, your Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing, hands come above your head. Exhale, hands to hearts. Lovely. We're going to do all that on the second side. So take a drink if you need to moment in time. I'm going to have a drink. Everyone's feeling okay and warmed up now. Okay. So excuse me. Coming to standing at the top of your mat. Roll your shoulders from your ears. Smile. It's Sunday morning. The sun is shining. You can get out for your one designated day later. All right, so inhale, raising your hands high. Palms might gaze, might follow. Exhale, fold. Hinge at your hips, coming down into your beautiful forward fold. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step back with your leg. Again, drop your knee if you need to, or keep your knee raised. Push down through your feet, scissoring your thighs together to inhale into your on the side. Hips are facing forward. Bending that back knee if you need, knee over the ankle. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, the arms push the chest forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant. Floor, step back into your high plank. Inhale here. And knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, your choice. Bringing your chest onto the floor, keeping your own rib cage. Inhale, Bhujangasana, low cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, bend your toes and send your tailbone high into your downward facing dog. Tailbone, imagine there's a piece of string pushing you up to the ceiling. Bringing it in line with your biceps. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg high, flex your left, keeping your hips square. So draw your left hip back down towards. As you exhale, rounding and rolling forward over your wrists, bringing your left foot through and planting it in between your hands at the top of your mat. Again, shuffle that foot forward. It doesn't matter if you 5 or 6 times to get it through. Drop your back knee if you want to, or come into high lunge on this side, dropping your, and then coming into your warrior 2. Taking a breath, setting up your alignment. Left heel is in line with the arch of your right foot. Right leg is strong through your back toes. Arms are at shoulder height. Make sure this knee, your left knee, is drawing into the midline. Gaze is down your drishti. Torso is straight. Inhale, straighten out front leg, gaze up towards your hands. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, raise your hands, straighten the front leg. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bring your left arm onto your side. Right arm comes above your extended side angle. Gaze might be up at your finger. Peel your right shoulder away from your ears. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. As you exhale, reverse your warrior. Right arm, your right leg, left arm goes high. Peel your left shoulder back and draw your hips into your midline. Breathe. Keeping your exhale. Inhale, high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips. Oh, something's gone wrong. 1 second. Oh, I think my connection's gone. I hope you can all see me. Say something if you can, or if you can't. Okay, maybe it's back on now. I don't know what happened there. Sorry. Trikonasana or triangle pose. So, straight legs, triangular shape in your legs. Gaze is down your left middle finger. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. As you inhale, reach forward, pushing your right hip to the back of the room. And as you exhale, bring your hand in or to the floor or to your thigh. Right hand comes above your head, stacking your shoulders top of each other, peeling your right shoulder back, and your gaze is up towards your right fingers. Breathe. Inhale, come all the way back up to step. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Pivot on your left foot. Look for wide-legged forward fold on this side. But this time, We're going to bring our hands behind backs instead of on our hips. So, don't mind me, my hair is just being today. So, inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back, and then clasp your hands as if you're holding hands with yourself. So, and then draw your shoulders away from your ears, and push your chest, keeping the weight in the balls of your feet, keeping your tailbone lengthened down towards the floor. Be soft bending the knees if you need to. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold at the hips, coming down into your forward fold. Your hands come above your head. Now see how far you can get your hands to stretch and to lengthen over your head to open out. And maybe your forehead comes to the floor. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe elongation and lengthening through the hip flexors and the hamstrings here, keeping the weight in the balls of the feet. Inhale, releasing your hands, hips, as you come all the way back up to standing, soft bending the knee. Exhale, release. Okay, let's go for your goddess on this side. Bringing your toes pointing out to top. Inhale, lift your hands high. As you exhale down into your horse. Inhale to goddess. Exhale, horse. Inhale, goddess. Exhale, horse. Okay, let's move into Skandasana from here. Flexing your right foot and coming down onto your left. You can keep hands here, you can bring them to your hips. Inhale, switch. You can keep this foot flat if you can, amazing. I can't, usually. Inhale, switch. Exhale. Inhale, switch. Flexing your left foot. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, come up to standing. Pivot on those feet. Going back your high lunge. Inhale to raise your hands high. Exhale, plant your hands. And then step to the top of your mat, landing in your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Hands come above your head. Exhale to heart center, Samasthiti. Okay, take a drink if you. We're going to move into our peak posture now. So we've been working into the hips and working into the legs. And we're going to come through to lizard. So please just only go as far as you can with this. Sorry, not lizard, pigeon. I usually forget my left and right, but today I forgot it. So, yeah, we'll come through to pigeon. So just listen to your body. Only do what you feel is right for you, and then we can go there. All right. So, coming to stand at the top of your mat into your Tadasana pose. Really grounding down through your feet. Engage your legs. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Palms facing outwards. Inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, hips folding over your thighs. Bring your chest towards your thighs. As you come down into your forward fold, head is heavy. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, step back with your right leg. Coming into your head once more as you inhale. Breathing here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Plant stepping back into your high plank. Inhale. Exhale, chin or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale to your up dog cone. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes. Send your tailbone high. Inhaled our leg. And then exhale to bring our right knee to our left elbow. Well, we're going to lift your right leg and flex your right foot. And then as you exhale, I want you to bring your right knee forward to your right elbow, but then bring your leg out and plant your sit bones on the floor. So your leg, your butt is flexed and pointing towards the camera. whoever you're looking at, me, and your sit bones want to be down on the floor now. Get yourself all the way down, so you can stay here in this position. Please don't feel like you need to bring that right hip down to the floor, because that's not the posture. You're just going to hurt yourself doing that. So if you want to lift it here, or you can bring a block. Maybe it's better if I say. Okay. Block underneath your bum, this side, or a cushion, and keep your lifted. Now your left foot is planted. The top of your left foot is planted into the floor. Eventually, you want this right should be parallel to the top of the mat. Don't worry if you can't get it there at this moment in time. Keeping your right foot flexed, though, to protect your knee joint. You can stay here, rolling your shoulders away, keeping that back straight. Keep breathing. If you want to go a little deeper, you can creep the hands forward on the inhale to lengthen. And then on the exhale, you can release your body down to the floor, coming onto your forearms. This is your pigeon pose. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Really good for working into the hips here. I used to hate this pose. I still kind of do. It's getting better. It's getting easier. And it's nice sometimes if you're feeling quite tight in the hips. So relaxing your shoulders. You can stay here if, please don't feel the pressure to come down onto your forearms. Take a breath. And then release your block if you have one. Planting your hands on the floor, tucking your left toes, lifting into a plank, and then sending you back into downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your right foot high. As you exhale, bring it through, planting it in between your hands, and then stepping up to the top of your mat, landing in your forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold over those thighs. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing straight spine, hands come above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Well done. Okay, we'll do inside. It's a toughie that. It's really gets into the hips. So if you feel like you've not been able to go the full way, it's quite difficult for people, especially me. So big toes slither there in between your heels. Grab a drink first if you need to. In fact, I'll take one. Engage your legs. Roll your shoulders away from your ears, palms facing forward. Inhale, raise your hand above the head. Exhale, fold and hinge at your hips, coming down into your Uttanasana. Head hangs, soft bend in your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step left leg this time. Inhale, coming into your high lunge, scissoring in those thighs. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hand back into your high plank. Now you can go through Chaturanga Dandasana here, or come through knees, chest, chin with inhale. Lower your knees, untuck your toes, and bring your chest onto the floor. Inhale to your up dog or cobra. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes, send your tailbone down dog. Okay. Ears are in line with your biceps. Inhale, lift your left leg higher off those hips. Bending your knee and then bringing your leg in front. My connection's gone again. I'm sorry if that keeps happening. I'm not sure what's going on with this today. And then again, just bringing your left leg parallel to the top of your mat, flexing your left foot and block. So grab your block if you need to, or your cushion you've got, to place it under your left bum cheek. Because, again, you don't want to be sinking into this hip. That's it's not good for you. or from me. Swing the hips because the hips want to be square. All right. No shade block. You might get there one day. I'm hoping that I'll get there one day. And then swing this left foot up the side. You can't see it because it's behind me. Protect your left knee, pushing down through the tops of your right foot, keeping your shoulders rolled away from your ears, and just feeling the benefit of this posture, the length and opening in the hips here. Inhale. Exhale. If you want to go a little deeper into your full pigeon, creeping your hands coming down onto your forearms. Might be a nice posture just to relax into. Don't worry if it brings up any kind of emotions. We hold a lot of emotional hips. So, sometimes working into this area can, release some of those feelings. So just know that it's temporary, it will last. And just trust in the process and smile. Inhaling, coming all the way back up if you're on the floor, or if not, just staying there, releasing your block. Planting your floor, tucking your right toes, lifting your right leg, and stepping back into your, sending your tailbone high into your downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, round your shoulders. Bring it through, plant it at the top of the mat. Step your right foot through, landing in your Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Hands come above you. Exhale, Samasthiti. All right, brilliant. You're doing well. How many people have I got? I've still got a few. Hi. All right, so we're just gonna I think we're just gonna down onto our, I'm gonna do tree with you again, like I've been doing the whole week. I feel like it's, like I've been saying every class, I feel like it's a really nice grounding posture. And I think a little bit of that at the moment, and we still need that. And we are going to be needing that for quite some time. So come standing on your mat. You need to engage your left leg and really through your left toes. Really strong in this leg. Try not to lock the knee out, but just keeping your leg strong. Hands to your hips. And then externally rotate your right leg out to the side. Your heel of your right foot just onto your shin. If the tree's out today, then you can just stay there. That's fine. If you're there, you can bring your right foot inside of your calf. Trying to avoid the knee joint though, because the knee joint is quite delicate. You can either your calf, or you can bring it all the way up your thigh. But this posture is not to get the foot as high as you can. It's to feel the opening in the groins and the hip flexors. So really try and keep your hips facing forward. Breathing here. Bring your hands to your heart center if you need to, or if you'd like to. Your balance. Inhale if you want to go further, to lift your branch, bring them out to the sides. Maybe you want to sway your branches, test your balance a little bit more. Feel that nice wind rippling through your body. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, bring your heart back to your heart center. And then hips, and then slowly release that leg. Lovely. And we'll just repeat on the next side before we move down onto the mat. So again, grounding into your right foot, engaging through this right leg. And really your hips are shining forward. Externally rotate left foot and bring your left heel to your, you can stay here if you like, if that's as far as you want to go. Or you can your left foot up towards your shin, or you can bring your left leg up to the thigh. I can't usually go here on that. I've got the tight left hip. So you can just stay here. You can bring that center. Testing your balance again. Keep breathing. Close your eyes if you want to go for a little bit of a challenge this morning. And then inhale, grow your branches. Exhale, bring them out to the side, maybe away a little bit. Keeping that balance, keeping those hips nice and open. Inhale, come all to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release that leg. Give it a shake, and then we'll move down onto the floor. Okay, so toes to touch, so they're there in between your heels. Setting yourself up for your Tadasana 1. Inhale, raise your hands high above your head. Exhale, fold and hinge your hips, coming down into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. As you exhale, fold, lifting your knees, bringing you towards your chest. And then we're just going to try sitting your heels. And then we're just going to try and come down onto the mat as gracefully as you can. If you're like me, that won't be very graceful at all. So dropping a little bit more and then lowering your bum onto the mat. Woo, there we are. All right. So one last gentle back bend here. I've not done this with you before, but please, if you don't want to go there, you don't have to go there. But please feel free to join in if you like. I want to bring your hands to, so your palms are facing forward, just behind your bum. And we're just going to go reverse tabletop or reverse plank. So really engaging and pressing down through your hands. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. And then you can either bring your feet in with your soles of your feet planted on the floor. Your feet are about hip distance apart. And then as you press down, inhale. Exhale, lift into your reverse tabletop. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Thighs are parallel with your mat. Slowly lower. Or you can come into reverse plank. So pointing your feet down to the bottom of the mat, rolling your shoulders away, pushing your chest forward. Your toes are pointing to the top of your mat. Engage your legs. Push down through your fingers as you lift into your reverse plank. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, lower that bum slowly all the way back down to the floor, coming into your Dandasana, your staff pose. So just for those feet, coming up to seated, nice and straight. Soft jab in the knees if your hamstrings are tight. We're going to inhale, raise the hand. Exhale, hinge at the hips, coming down into our Paschimottanasana. Maybe your hands come to the floor, or maybe they just stay here. You can hold on to the feet, trying to avoid pulling them toward you. You just want to use them as maybe just like an anchor, something to hold you. While you inhale and lengthen the body further, exhale, fall a little deeper. Gaze is towards your toes. Try to avoid a rounding in your back. Inhale, walking the hands back to the center. We're going to come into our Baddha Konasana now. We've done a lot of work in the hips today, working the legs. So what I want you to do is bring the soles to touch, keeping your body straight. Maybe you want to move it out from your sit bones, bringing the soles of your feet together, and then just letting your legs flop out to the side. Okay, if you're like me, as you can see, very tight hips. So you can use a cushion, again, if you like, to come up or onto your block to let your hips come a little bit, your knees come a little bit further down. Or you can direct your feet further out in front of you. That's easier. If you want it more intense, you can bring your feet together like this. Okay. Nice to sit here for a second. And then slowly release that block or release your knees back to the center. And we're going to come down onto our backs. So I want to go for a little bit of core work, like I say all the time. You can put yourself back onto your sitting bones and bring your legs up with your hands underneath your thigh, pointing your toes, bringing your shins parallel to your mat, pushing your chest forward, making sure your shoulders are away from your ears, and bring your hands to the side of your body. Okay, inhale. We're going to exhale lower. 1, 2, 3. Keep that core engaged. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the way down. And then just relax onto the mat. Bring your right knee into your chest. Give it a hug. Left hand as a guide. I want you to guide your right knee, left hand side, bringing your right arm out to the side, and your gaze might be over at your right fingers. Your right knee is going to the left hand side, feeling that twist in the right side of the body. Inhale, bringing your right leg back to center. Give it another hug and then let it go. And then inhale, left knee to the center. Give it a squeeze. Using your right hand, guiding your left knee over to the side. Your left arm comes out to the side and your gaze might be down your left fingers. Guiding your left leg over, keeping your shoulders pressing back, feeling the twist on this side. Inhale, coming all the way back to center, releasing your gaze, and then bringing both legs in, giving yourself a little rock from side. If you want to come into Happy Baby, then please do. Happy Baby is one of my favorite postures. I love it. So I always like the end of the class. So bringing your knees towards your elbows, your soles pointing towards the ceiling. You can either bring your hands on the inside or the outsoles of your feet. And then try and release your lower onto the floor, keeping your shoulders onto the floor so that the whole of your lower back, well, the whole of your spine even, is pressing onto the floor. Your knees are drawing close hips. This is really nice. And you can just rock side to side if you like in your Happy Baby. Just enjoy being posture. And then come to a place of stillness. Slowly release your hands, release your legs. Break. I'm going to sit up, but I want you to stay lying down. Your legs out long. Bringing your feet to the sides of the mat. Letting your ankles just flop to the sides. Feeling the connection of the mat underneath your body. Bringing your arms to the sides with your palms facing upward. Closing your eyes. Relax shoulders away from your ears. Taking a deep breath in, nose, and releasing through your mouth. One more time, deep in through your nose, and release through your mouth. Soften the jaw. Bring your focus back to that space between your third eye center. Breathe. Shavasana. And slowly bringing your awareness back to the room, back to your breath, back to your body, back to your mat. Some nice gentle movements in your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles, maybe some rotations. Want to go for a full body stretch here, then feel free to raise your hands above your head out, maybe clench all your muscles, and then release. And then bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself one last big hug. And then gently rolling over onto your right hand side, or your left, wherever you want to go. And then using your hand or your right hand to guide you up back into a seated position at the top of your mat. Your gaze can still be lowered, your eyes can still be closed. Bringing your palms to touch, your thumbs resting against. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release through your mouth. Thank you for practicing with me this morning. Thank you for bringing your energies. Thank you for bearing with me when I forget my rights. Thank you for just taking this time to give yourself an hour of love and an hour to forget about everything else. Bringing your thumbs in between brows where your intuition, your third eye lies, your thoughts. May your thoughts be calm. May your thoughts be positive. May your thoughts guide you through the next week in the best way that they can. Happy Sunday, everyone. Namaste. Thank you to everybody who's watching, everyone who joined in. Feel free to leave me any comments or whatever. Feel free to send me a message, or if you want to use, there's something that you want to see in a flow, if there's something that you'd like me to do, or unsure about any of the postures or whatever, then let me know. And if you want to join in with any of your friends, then please feel free to do that. Please stay safe. Stay. Like I said at the beginning, if you're looking for some new music, or if there's anything that whatever you're doing, then go and check out the IRNI on Facebook or Sound. So it's the IRNI, and it's very good. That's my little brother. So just a shameless plug there for him. So I'll see you next time. Hopefully tomorrow night, Monday night, 7:30. Be there. Bye. Thanks for tuning in.